Over recent years, we've developed a really sophisticated toolkit for working with the genome, and there's a wide range of different therapeutic options becoming available through directly manipulating the genome. So one option is to replace a gene that is missing or that is faulty. That's often referred to as gene therapy. But there's actually a much wider range of approaches being developed, and some of which are very mature. We now have very precise gene editing systems and can potentially go in and correct in situ a gene that is faulty and not working. We can also turn off a gene that is overactive or a faulty copy of a gene that is doing some harm. So there's a wide range of different ways we can now, in a very targeted way, influence the genome. I think that over the next 10 years or so, for patients with cardiomyopathy, where we can pinpoint that the cardiomyopathy is due to a fault in a single gene, I think that different genetic therapies are likely to be available, either to correct the genetic fault or to turn on or off a faulty gene in that individual. Of course, not all cardiomyopathy is due to a fault in a single gene. There are other cardiomyopathies that are still genetically predisposed, and it'll be very exciting to see whether some of what we're learning from studying single gene forms of cardiomyopathy will also benefit the treatment of cardiomyopathy more widely. Ideally, we would want to give a genetic therapy to people perhaps before they've even developed a cardiomyopathy, when we've identified they're at risk, to stop cardiomyopathy ever developing. But of course, to do that, we first have to prove that it's very safe. And in designing a trial to prove that genetic therapies are effective, we have to think about which patients should be in that trial, who's most likely to benefit, but least likely to be harmed by a new experimental treatment. So there's still a lot of work to be done to prove that genetic therapies are safe and effective, and to determine who are the most likely to benefit.